Very warm welcome to you all for our second day FDP on behalf of Sri Dombiyali Mitra Mandals, Matushri Kashiben Motilal Patel Senior College of Commerce and Science. And our today's topic is IKS Internship, Research and Placements. Now I would like to welcome our librarian Pratima Pawar ma'am to introduce our today's speaker.
Thank you, Pujita ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Mrs. Pratima Pawar, librarian of Matushri Kashiben Motilal Patel, Senior College of Commerce and Science. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our today's speaker, Dr. Shraddha Bhome ma'am. Ma'am has an impressive background and she has made significant contribution to the field of research and education. Ma'am has pursued MCom in Advanced Accountancy, MPhil Gold Medalist, MBA, and PhD in Commerce. Ma'am has 18 years experience of undergraduate, 9 years of postgraduate and 9 years of experience in research field. At present, she is principal at Tilak Education Society's JK College of Science and Commerce, Ghansoli. Ma'am is also works as advisor to self-finance course and research at Satish Pradhan Nan Sadhana College, Thane. Ma'am has filed 3 patents with Government of India. She is recipient of 10 plus state, national and international awards for the contribution in education and research in various states. Ma'am has successfully completed UGC HRDC short-term course on Bharatiya Jnana Parampara, that is IKS. Ma'am has completed 4 funded research projects. Ma'am was appointed as a subject expert in various well-known colleges. Dr. Shraddha ma'am has experience as a chairperson and co-paper setter moderator for various undergraduate and postgraduate subjects of various courses for University of Mumbai. Ma'am is recognized PhD guide in commerce and management at Sri JJT University, Rajasthan. 7 students completed and 3 students pursuing PhD under her guidance. Ma'am has authored 79 books for various undergraduate courses like BBI, BAF, BMS, and BFM in various universities. Ma'am has authored 3 textbooks for postgraduate courses, that is MCom and MBA of University of Mumbai and Pune University. Ma'am has authored 3 reference books with International Book House publication. Recently, she was the member to frame the syllabus for designing the syllabus and book for the subject of financial aspects in agriculture for World Bank funded project for Dr. Babasaheb Sawant Agriculture University, Dapoli. Ma'am has authored and presented 76 research papers in national, international level conferences and 63 papers published in national, international UGC care approved journals. Her 50 plus research papers has awarded as best research paper. Ma'am has member of 5 national and international journals editorial board. Ma'am has invited in 15 plus conferences as a keynote speaker and chairperson of paper presentation track and also member of advisory board of various institutes. Ma'am has invited as a resource person in more than 60 plus colleges, universities across India to deliver various sessions on research methodology. Ma'am has invited at various colleges as guest lecturer for subject related talk and how to draft project of some 100 marks. Ma'am was a subject expert on interview panel at NKES College, Vadala. She has live membership in various institutes. She has organized various faculty development workshops, training programs for staff and students benefits. Ma'am has pioneered to make collaboration with ICAI for, for Indian accounting heritage, the way towards IKS in accountancy. Without any further ado, let's give a big round of applause for our today's speaker, Dr. Shraddha Bhome ma'am.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
ma'am.
Namaste.
Today, she is going to guide us IKS internship placement and research. I request Dr. Shraddha ma'am kindly take the charge of the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction and giving me the wonderful opportunity to share my little experience among the participants. I can see around 100 participants at the moment, so more responsibility lies on the shoulder, to give the knowledge about IKS and research and placements and internships.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am. We are on YouTube Live also, and there also 100 participants are there.
Excellent, ma'am. Then it is really an honor, I must say, to share the experience about National Education Policy 2020, which is going to be implemented under colleges affiliated to University of Mumbai from the coming academic year, that is 24-25. So I must congratulate Madam Principal Madhuri for this, Dr. Madhuri rather, I will say, for taking this, Shiva Dhanush on her shoulder to, give the knowledge. And knowledge sharing is most important, integral part of NEP. So it is really an honor, ma'am, and thankful to you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share the experience.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And in yesterday's session, I hope Dr. Pawar ma'am has enlightened the participant overall all about NEP, the various angles which are to be focused in NEP, right? So today, I'll be focusing, rather speaking more about IKS, how the division of IKS has to be started or cultivated in at institute level. So that kind of roadmap I would like to highlight over here. Then see, my PPT doesn't carry anything much, but still will be presenting the PPT just for the reference of participants. That's it. But the PPT will be later shared to the participants post my session. Is my PPT visible to all of you? NEP,
Yes.
IKS,
Yes,
research,
ma'am.
placements, and internships. I was earlier as a placement cell officer for 5 years, so I can speak about placements and internship initiatives which institute has started for. And now, since being principal again, with the down the line with NEP guidelines, how we should do collaborations, linkages, MOUs with industry, what extra efforts we as a teachers have to do at institute level in order to inculcate the culture of placements, because generally we have seen the trend that students are not at all interested in placements which we offer through campus recruitments. But then after a year, they come up and to the college, or at the time of convocation, and they say, "Ki, ma'am, we are having no jobs." So that is a situation which has been found. So what is to be done in that case will be also shared with you. And yes, research is my own domain. So we'll be quickly going through how institute has to inculcate the research habits, not only among the staff members, but also at the students level, because more of our PG courses, Mumbai University has already started MCOM with NEP. So they have the research paper as one of the 2 credit course included in their syllabi. So we need to be updated and upgraded. Our own students of PG, UG must be given the benefit of getting participated in various conferences, seminars, national, international level, and also I feel Avishkar, which is inter-university research convention. I hope I'm not boring you all. We'll begin with, you all know what is NEP, right? So NEP is nothing but as per the National Education Policy 2020, we all know higher education in India is poised for a transformational change. All Indian higher education institutions will be expected to achieve number of milestones to ensure that they are fully prepared for the rollout of NEP. So this is a requirement of accreditation as well. So we as a teacher, we have a role to play as a sustainable pillar in order to upgrade the NEP. So one of the first step which I feel towards the practical implementation of this policy is we at an institute, we must prepare we must prepare the institutional development plan. What is an institutional development plan? It is nothing but the research design, how we create for our PhD work or minor or major research project. So it is simply, a documentary framework for designing the competency-based education as outlined in NEP. NEP focuses on competency-based education. So this documentary framework or IDP is simply the blueprint for the institutional preparedness for NEP 2020. So it will establish the time-bound roadmap which will describe what are the requirements at institute level, what are the limitations at institute level, what is a goal or objective we have to earn at the end of the academic year. How will I be preparing the timetables? Because now first year will be with 9 subjects. So how will be it executed? How the internships will be executed in the coming years? What subject as a ICAS I can give it to my students? What do I add? IDP should be created, in consultation with various departments, with various centers, schools, or B schools, universities, and colleges in order to achieve the best outcome. So it must be first created with a 5-year time frame in mind, and the goals must be divided as a short term goal, medium term goal, and long term goals at institute level. So this IDP will work as a blueprint, or we can say it work as a research design for the researcher. Like it has to target as mentioned in NEP documents. So what should be the main, part of your this document plan? First is you at institute should focus on multidisciplinary education. For example, if your college is only a commerce college, so when we have a commerce college, along with that, in traditional commerce, can we give subjects like financial literacy, or we can give the subjects like mass media related research, or any documentary making, film making? So that is kind of a multidisciplinary education which we can offer at our institution. Suppose your college or your institute is having arts courses. So along with arts courses, what open electives can be given, how the workload will be retained for the faculties, that is also an integral part of your plan, institutional development plan, as I said. Then you must see whether your first year students are, and even current year students are registered with ABC, that is Academic Bank of Credit. Then your institute For having the better internships and placements, your institute must have skill development unit in your own institution, or if not, along with it, you may focus on trying to have the collaborations with National Skill Development Center, foreign universities, then IIT like spoken tutorials, etc. And also, you must have the policy towards Indian knowledge system, outcome based education, distance and online education. So, to have the multidisciplinary education in your institute, you can introduce vocational programs, community college programs, you can redesign academic programs to include multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary courses as the elective courses. Suppose yours is a commerce department, so you can add the course like travel and tourism or patents and copyrights, a short 2 credit course as a multidisciplinary education. In short, it should provide the maximum flexibility for the learners to choose the elective courses offered by other departments. That is a inclusion of other departments courses. Now, suppose one of the college is having commerce, and other college and other department is chemistry. So, what can be the safety measures and all? That can be the 2 credit course which can be introduced by the institution. I hope I am clear with multidisciplinary education part. You can give me the reactions or you can write in the chat box so that I can understand whether you are understanding me or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is a first part of NEP and preparedness about multidisciplinary education in the institutes. Now moving ahead towards, yes, thank you. Yeah. So, Academic Bank of Credit, as I said, this system enables the universities to recognize and appreciate the upskilling of students at their own will. So, the ABC database, it will create the holistic assessment of the student based on credentials accumulated in it. जितना credit कमा सकते हैं, all credits will be involved in ABC. So for successful implementation of ABC, higher education institutes need to create the digital repository for storing and issuing the credits and comprehensive documentation, as well as peer-to-peer credit transfers between the HEIs. So we have to instruct each and every student of us to sign up for ABC portal. We at college level, we need to redesign the ERP in order to accommodate the requirement of multiple entry and exits of the student. As you know, now the students will be, coming for the first year, then they will be, it is called as diploma, then degree, like that. So we can have a watch on what students are doing, or even now the parallel degrees are allowed. So what student extra he is putting an effort, it can be seen through Academic Bank of Credit. Then comes your third part, that is a skill development. NEP 2020 includes basically the initiative and provisions that supports the vocational education. So vocational education in the sense, suppose I am doing commerce, but I am good in art, I'm in drawing, but side by side I'm good in accountancy. So what skill I need to develop? How can I balance my two skills? So HEIs are expected to set up one vocational track, and 10 to 20% of the students should be enrolled in that program. So HEI should ensure that experience based learning like internships, apprenticeships is an essential component of their higher educational offerings, since this will bridge the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the practical knowledge. Suppose no, not suppose, I am a commerce teacher and I'm teaching my students financial markets. So when I'm teaching them financial markets, I must have the skill development of the students. What should I do as a teacher? Very simple. I will introduce one add-on course because our syllabi covers the theoretical part. So as a part of NEP or my input towards NEP with teaching and learning of financial market, what I'll do? I'll introduce one of the add-on course, 30 hours course as guided by NAC. It will tell the students about practical aspects of live trading. So my student is learning in the classroom financial market theoretically. Along with that, I'm giving them one add-on course, that is a skill development course, which is reflecting the education practically, that is live trading. I'll be showing them various websites, mockstock.com, Kalostock, Kalo.com. Some virtual money will be given them. Some of the competition will be taken among the students, and best students with best profits will be awarded or rewarded. From that angle, student will learn practically with practice, and then later they can start trading. Also, most of you are following this practice, but apart from this, we as a teacher, we have seen movie screening and all mostly in BAMMC or mass media department. But yes, our commerce related movies like corporate guru, we can show these movies to the students, we can have the movie screening of them, and we can ask the student to prepare the reels out of it. So see, they can do the internship on this basis. Internship means you don't have to go everywhere, anywhere and do the work. It can be learn and earn scheme, which is said by UGC. So student can make the reel. If he or his or her reel gets promoted or got a hype in market, I don't think they can earn like anything out of reels and certain kind of videos, awareness videos, financial literacy. Government of India's initiative, it also can be cultivated by college level along with teaching financial market subject. Am I clear to the participants?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
request participants to keep mute. The session is going on, please.
Yes, they can write in chat box or they can, give the reactions. And if nothing is understood, they can very well, write it in the chat box. Also,
Yes.
skill certifications. In our India, we have lot of institutes who are offering a dual, I mean simultaneous degree, that is CMA, ACCA. So our institution can, do more and more tie-up for the students, and we have to be behind them to finish their undergraduate program with these kind of skill certifications, that is CMA. It is just a 1 year course, or with 2 years course with 4 semesters, and ACCA, that is international CA or global CA. So that skills you can add among the students. So that is how you as a teacher, you can take a part in quality, innovation, research, which are the three pillars on which India will be knowledge superpower. So it is in this context that education sector needs to gear itself towards the demands of 21st century and the needs of the people and the country. So, coming ahead towards Indian knowledge system, which is most important point for Indian higher education institutes to consider with integration of ICAS into their overall NEP 2020 preparedness plan. So, with the implementation of NEP 2020, there is an emphasis on bolstering India's cultural legacies, ancient wisdoms, which is why Indian knowledge system must be included in college curriculum and in classrooms. Even more importantly, integrated Indian knowledge system into the college curriculum will bridge the gap between theories, practices from different cultures, and it will foster a greater understanding among the students from diverse backgrounds of the nation. We at college level, because as India moves towards becoming a knowledge economy, the higher education system is being re-energized to provide hands-on learning experience to the students, keeping in view the requirements of fourth industrial revolution. So we at college level, we have to focus on Indian knowledge system and its traditions to be followed. So the main objective of drawing from our past and integrating ICAS is to ensure that our ancient systems of knowledge are represented by unbroken tradition of knowledge transmission and providing the unique perspective. We can say this unique perspective as Bharatiya Drishti, which is used to solve the current emerging challenges of India and the world. So the IKS is to be incorporated in scientific manner. And why it will be? Because it would include tribal knowledge, then indigenous things, traditional ways of learning, and will include mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, yoga, Indian architecture, Indian medicine industry, that is Ayurveda, agriculture, engineering, linguistic, literature, sports, game, as well as the governance, policy, and conservations. So, specific courses in tribal medicinal practices, forest management, then crop cultivation, natural farming will also be made available to the students. So, an engaging course on ICAS will also be available to the students in schools. That will be the beneficial part for higher institutions to teach the students about Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat. That is a direction. Okay. So, in order to realize these goals of NEP, number of activities already are undertaken by Ministry of Education with regulatory bodies, that is UGC and AICTE. See, amongst us, we have attended lot of seminars, webinars under Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Mission for Teachers Training, then UGC HRDC's short-term courses on IKS. Even now, UGC is much active on Instagram page and their channel, and they are focusing the importance of how IKS is to be inculcated in syllabi. They had recently organized the course for the teachers, and even train the trainers concept was introduced by UGC recently in tomorrow's speaker, which you have, Madam Advocate Suyesh Pradhan, sir. So he was one of the train the trainer in IKS. So he will be guiding more on in detail about IKS for all. So guidelines are come up for faculties on Indian knowledge system. If you all go to Ministry of Education's IKS website, you will find some research opportunities to the teachers to have submission of minor research and major research projects in IKS. Also, teachers like you can prepare certain MOOC courses and update your own videos through Swayam portal or any PTL that you can upload your own. I am writing one of the course on IKS and portfolio management. So this is how you can think of IKS in your syllabi and you can focus on what you can do. So the IKS division basically has brought together leading thinkers and practitioners of various knowledge domains, which will definitely, have a proper roadmap for establishing Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, which can be seen. At college level, we can start with yoga centers. We can include the subject like in the syllabi. So that is most important part, to start IKS. So we have to increase the learning opportunities for the students. That is the first roadmap for the institute. So universities in all states, union territories have to introduce the learner credits on IKS. Then one must design the regional courses, like art, craft, tradition, food habits, language. That has to be tailored one. So dedicated courses for the learners. Then there must be good scope for collaborations and linkages. Given the globalized history of India, multidisciplinary courses can be designed by universities that will collaborate with various other, archaeology department of India or historical any organization. Say in my own college, while introducing, Madam had said that I have developed the Indian Accounting Museum along with ICAI collaboration. It is one of the initiative of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and we at our college in Navi Mumbai, we are the first college to develop this IKS museum, that is accounting museum, the way towards IKS in subject of accountancy, which includes how accountancy has taken the birth, who are the first chartered accountants of India, and how they at the time when it was introduced, how money system was, and how they used to maintain ledgers, journals, all that books they are stored in the accounting museum. Then existing IKS courses may be, synced to digital learning platforms via Swayam or NPTEL. So learners can learn beyond the geographical and political boundaries of the nation. Then, and not only at students level, but we have to promote the teachers recruitments and trainings. UGC is, now going to start with IKS as one of the subject in NET and SET examination. So establishment of specialized teacher training centers on IKS topics, it will be given. Then hands-on learning opportunities will be given to the people along with short-term courses by UGC. In Pune, I heard there is one institute, that is Bhishma School of Indian Knowledge System. They are providing the 2 credit, 4 credit, even PG, UG courses and workshops on various angles of Vedas, Upanishads, and beyond that, Indian temple architecture, then other programs in Indian knowledge system. Then hackathons must be there, conduct the specialized IKS themed hackathons, include IKS related topics in hackathon in synergy with the topics of IKS division of Ministry of Education. In our college this year, in January, we have conducted the annual fest on the theme of Indian knowledge system, where tradition meets tomorrow. So such kind of programs must be incorporated at college level, student level, where they will at least start understanding. Although current batches are not NEP batches, but they will understand the importance of IKS and at least basic concepts in IKS. Your programs or your fashion show, dance performances should reflect different traditions and cultures. We also at college level should introduce the prestigious schemes such as PMRF for attracting the best talent into interdisciplinary IKS research. We have to promote the innovation in IKS through various grand national challenges, national competitions, hackathons, incentivizing the innovations. So institution may access global collaborations through Indian Council of Historical Research, then ICSSR, IKS division, all are helping in collaborations. And then we have to establish the support mechanism
Uh,
through.
Sorry, ma'am, to intervene. I request the participants please to keep your mic off. I repeat, I request the participant to keep the mic off as the session is going on. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you. I hope I'm not boring you, Anna. I'm
No,
just
ma'am.
I'm just in flow. Yeah. So we can get lot of fundings, everything from various support systems. Then we have to promote Jana Bhagidari, that is my government competition. We have to promote in our conferences, seminars, exhibitions, programs on radio, TV, social media about popularizing ICAS knowledge in order to develop the confident and citizenry. So Jana Bhagidari programs similar to citizen science initiatives included. We have to also see what kind of employment opportunities for youth through IKS based programs, that is IKS based beautician and cosmetician training programs, Ayurveda based dietitian programs, then financial planning down the line with Kautilya's Arthashastra. So this can be, taken into consideration with Indian knowledge system. Then yes. So if you want to start with IKS in your college, I'm just giving you the idea for implementation. You can start yoga as one of the subject in your timetable. Then yes, college level you can start Vedic mathematics or Indian accounting, heritage as subject. You could start this courses like understanding India, like rivers of India, monuments of India, which will promote the understanding of Indian heritage. Then only we will be able to get outcome based education as promoted in national education policy. So to be ready for outcome based education, we must define the clear learning outcomes from each of our courses, adopt the student centric teaching methods, as I said, movie screening and all. Current generation we have seen, they have less focus, the attention span is very less. So we need to have the variety of resources that range from audio visual material to the classroom simulations. We can have the e-content, we can have our own YouTube channel, WhatsApp channel nowadays that is more famous, and wherein we can put some videos of our teachers, then students activities, role plays can be also put up, so that we will get best part of Indian knowledge system to be promoted in the college level. Any doubts in NEP and research? Any doubts in NEP and research? No. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead further towards NEP and research. Okay. As India is moving towards becoming the knowledge economy, the higher education system is being re energized to provide hands on learning experience to students. 21st century skills. So that is most important. So one of the fundamental principle guiding the development of our education system as per NEP 2020 is fostering of outstanding research as a mean or perquisite for outstanding education and development. NEP 2020, puts efforts on development of action research communities across all the disciplines, and also it is encouraging research intensive universities through institutional restructuring and resource efficacy. So, research, innovation, incubation, that are the integral part of NEP 2020 research oriented program. So, yes, we at institution level by 2047 there has to be a central tenet of India's education ecosystem, publish high quality, globally cited research papers, which will catalyze the innovation across various sectors, that is technology, medicine, robust industry academia partnership. So by the time National Research Foundation will come into picture and they will build the repository for research. They are going to be the pioneers in research informing national policy. So, what at institute level again should we do to improvise the research culture? First and foremost, we have already in our colleges research and development center, but that has to be active. At least once we should put up or foster the capacity building program for the faculties on various new techniques and tools in research. Then HEIs may be encouraged to work in collaborations with research development cell of other HEIs, particularly ones having industry sponsored projects. Now here comes the role of agencies or authorities like ICSSR. They have this time included collaborative research work. So I am in Mumbai, one of my friend in Bhopal, we too can do the collaborative research work. So that is something which is needed, I guess, and we should have at our institute level. So raising awareness and onboarding HEIs in research and development universities, clusters, other educational hubs may also can be encouraged by the institutions. Also, higher education institutes can put up certain workshops to raise the awareness on scope, provisions, process of creating MOUs. Yes, kind of understanding is most integral part with industry partners, educational institute in order to support the research in students' body. Suppose one of the college is a law college and mine is a commerce college. So we too can have the MOU. The MOU can be drafted for guiding the students on how to file the patents, copyrights, IPRs. So that MOU can be collaborated with any law colleges. Then support to the researchers. See, researchers may be provided dedicated support by availing the facilities and funds. Now, National Research Foundation, NRF, is coming up. So such financial support, infrastructural support can be given, or can be, we at institute, we should get the schemes and offers from them. Then workshops on patents, publications. So research fellow may be trained through workshops, how to file the patents, how to submit the papers for publication, how to search the good journal. That is also a big deal nowadays. This year, one of the journal is in UGC care list. Next year, if you will find, it is गायब. So by the time NAC comes, दोनों तीनों चारों साल waste जाता है. So, which is the best journal? What is ABDC journal? What is Scopus journal? Do we as a teacher need to pay the fees for, getting our papers published? All sort of workshops can be organized time to time. Then, enabling mobility of researchers, cross-border and cross-institutional mobility of researchers, faculty may be supported through specific grants for the conferences, paper presentations. So it is good that if you go abroad, do tie-ups, do collaborations with abroad universities, then we can understand what research culture is followed in other countries and other universities too. So specific grants we receive, our own UGC gave, no sorry, our own ICSSR like bodies, they do sponsorship for various conferences. Then NAC is also giving us sponsorship once in 5 years. So this kind of research, is to be cultivated in at higher educational level. Then we should increase the digital system support. HEIs may be encouraged to implement digital research information system, that is RIMS. We need to subscribe to various plagiarism tools, journals. We have to search, databases like NList. We have to also give the training to our learners, that is students who are learning research methodology, that is called as experiential learning in research. Suppose I am a teacher of research methodology, not suppose I am a teacher of research methodology. So, what should I do to cultivate the research culture? I will take the students in library, I will show them the difference between the normal book with ISBN, journal with ISSN, then I will show the reference book, textbook difference in the library. So practically, what is ISBN? What is ISSN? Because when I take the interview of PhD candidates, they are not clear with the full form of ISBN and ISSN. This is a scenario. So I started teaching at SY level only. What is ISBN? What is ISSN? What is textbook? What is reference book? All those at undergraduate level itself. Okay, so this you can do. Then in our syllabi, we have questionnaire, we have all primary data collection techniques. So here you can give the assignments to the student, choose the topic which they want to do a research on, and then ask them to prepare one questionnaire. Then you tell them, prepare questionnaire and come, and then you teach them in a class actually how the questionnaire is to be linked. What do you mean by variable? And if the question has only two answers, what is open-ended? Sorry, what is dichotomous is with two answers. Then multiple choice, what is open-ended? What is close-ended? You can tell them with experientially. Then only they will understand. Otherwise, going in a classroom and telling the student, yes, as this question is yes, no, it is dichotomous, nahi. Unko kara ke lo. That will create the long lasting impact which will help the research culture to boost in coming generation. And there you don't stop them. Ask them to go on the field, go in the market and get the data collected. So this is an experiential learning, which is again one of the integral part of national education policy verticals. So that experiential learning in research will help the students to learn. Again, suppose I am teaching a subject like retail management. So in retail management also, you can go for experiential learning to the student. Take them to the mall, then teach them merchandise display, how products are kept, then what is the strategy of keeping the products, visualization, then what is the thinking of customers when they go towards the discounts or other counters specifically, or if, and tell them to go on specific days like Women's Day and all. So what is the psychology of that particular consumer, that also can be learned by the students in this angle. I hope I'm clear with what I want to focus on. Then yes, there has to be industry connects properly. Am I clear to? Yeah, yeah. Done. Okay. Thank you so much for being prompt in responding. That's really good of you that you're giving me the responses. Yeah. So then there has to be guidance from experts, industry experts present in board of directors of the institutes may guide further on how industry academia connect may be improved for boosting research developments, sponsored projects, collaborations for publications, citation scores, H index, I index, etc. And HAIs may collaborate with industrial partners through existing region-wise government-backed hubs, that is Startup India or ST clusters, so that encourage the academic improvement for research and innovation in order to solve the local problems. So this is all about NEP and research. Just give me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us move further towards NEP and internships. What do you mean by internship? Can anybody define internship?
Yes, internship means how, taking a training for 2 or 3 months depends upon the company, and they are providing the certificate for that training course for or the stipend for the internship.
Superb. Anyone?
Ma'am, it's like earn and learn scheme.
Okay. Okay. Shall I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the employability for graduates can be developed or improved by developing the practical experience, right? And this practical experience or the exposure with required right kind of attitude for the workplace. So the internship is one of the most important part that will help in improving the employability skills. It can help in generating competency, capability, professional working skills, expertise, confidence among the students in order to stand after the graduation. So it develops the interest and passion for research. So the interns can be understand the application of theory in workplace. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Simple application of theory at workplace. Now, as per NEP, there are two types of internships. Internship for enhancing the employability and internship for developing the research aptitude. समझ में आ रहा है? Internship can be for enhancing the employability, and at other side It is for developing the research aptitude among the student. So graduates face many difficulties to enroll in the workforce. So recent graduates, why it happens? Because there is a lacking knowledge, lack of practical skills and experience, which is a mandatory requirement by the employers. So graduate face many difficulties to enroll in the workplace. So employability means what? Certain attributes are there which enable the person to perform the job opportunity. So employability is simply the skill and the attributes developed through the range of experiences at workshops and workplace. So that is the first part, enhancing the employability of the learner. Now, the internship programs must be conceptualized, interactive for building the research capabilities, aptitudes, skills of faculties in order to have the proper employability. We, as a teacher, what can we do? We can develop the projects and give it to students for execution. We can give them certain role plays and we can have the decision making. We can understand the decision making skill of the learner. It will help the students to understand the values, creative and critical thinking and problem solving. Then study the certain entrepreneurs, study the enterprises, farmers, artisans, development of online module or app-based learning, reference of resource persons in the field. It will be also coming under professional development. So this is a first internship towards employability. Am I clear? First in internship is towards the employability of the research students. Am I clear, participants? We'll finish in more 10 to 15 minutes. Don't worry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So then second, as I said, internship is, developing the research aptitude. So research aptitude क्या है? It is the attribute. किसका? Of investigation, analysis and interpretation in a scientific and objective method. Okay. So research internship, it will provide hands-on training to work on research tools, research techniques, methodologies, equipments, policy frameworks, and various other aspects pursuing the quality in research. So apart from gaining the research experience, the interns will learn ideation, then we can say idea generation, conceptualization of research question, identification of research problem, learning about new tools and handling of equipments, experimentation, data collection, preparation of research papers, projects, reports, simulations, and other, development of models. So research internship experience can be gained by working with faculties, scientists, and their own teachers or mentors at university and college level. It also can be gained in labs, then reputed organizations. Suppose some of the students are related to agriculture university, so they can go with farmer and on the farming or on the land of farmers, they can do the internship. So the integration of research, innovation, and technology development. What I said? Research, innovation, and technology development all will come up as Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India. So internship related to research will boost the interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transactional research culture after NEP 2020. Participants, am I clear with the examples of research? I mean, internship, sorry, internships with enhancing the employability and internships in order to develop the research culture among the upcoming learners. So an internship provides the learning experience related to students' interest, area of study. It gives them the opportunity to acquire new skills. So here comes, the role of NEP nodal officer in picture. He or she is responsible for developing the need and demand led verticals as well as expectations from each vertical in undergraduate program. So the internship must be well defined with clear outcomes. It is critical to explore, reach out, sign MOU with local business, research organizations, which will give the aid in training, research, employment, and startups. So we also have to, come up with young entrepreneurs. So, industrial regions, clusters may include those places where industries have concentrated as a result of uh, geo-economic circumstances. So, yes, sustainable development areas, commerce, SMS, SME, MSME, that is medium and small scale industrial areas, then communication areas, education areas, trade, agriculture, agro-tourism, medical tourism, handicraft, and logistics, automotive industries, healthcare industries, hospitality, tourism, then nowadays sports management, event management, all these can be, catering to the needs of internship opportunities to the learners. And NEP nodal officer must work on proper MOUs, linkages, and collaborations in this work. So this is all about internships. Same goes with placement. A role of NEP nodal officer here is more in focused part or limelight. They need to do, skill based courses, add-on courses, tie-ups. So the nodal officer may take care of interns and place students, their stay, address problems and all. So they need to have the proper mentoring by the teachers in higher education institute. So HEI should develop a roadmap for, again, teachers. We need to prepare the blueprint for having good internships and placements, then the internship programs and the research and development cell, then the nodal officer, principal, list of students, mentors, everything must be prepared properly. Then the selection must be on certain criteria. ऐसे ही आया करके internship दिया, no. Then on the there has to be certain procedure for internships and placements. So in this regard, internship will play an important role in students' holistic development and students' overall growth, or we can say mold the student, or to make him competent enough to face the industry academia gap. That has to be the main highlighting point of NEP 2020 as far as internships are concerned. So same goes with placements. Placements, we need to have more skill-based training to the students. Like various organizations are there who are providing the skill-based training. Various CSR activities are introduced by certain good companies like Capgemini or Tata's. So as a placement officer at your college level, you need to see what are the various CSR initiatives. I have seen TNS Foundation, then Garware Institute of University of Mumbai. You know, they are all coming up with various CSR initiatives under which they train the students soft skills, ICT skills, computing skills, which are integral part of their personality to be developed. So this kind of training should be involved, and then they give the campus placements to the students. So you need to work on more of MOUs, collaborations, and linkages as far as this is concerned. So that's all from my side for today. We have taken a overall roadmap about NEP on IKS, research, internships, and placements. And also have taught you more about experiential learning techniques and strategies. That's all from Shraddha Bhome. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Shraddha Bhome, ma'am. Thank you so much uh, for guiding us about IKS placement, internship, and research. And also, it was an immense knowledge about related about the IKS and its importance. Also, the research, how to get the research work and all. And definitely, it was very clarified and lots of information we achieved today. Still, I uh, I request participants, if you have any queries, you can just ask the queries in the chat box.
Thank you so much for your beautiful words.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. People are happy.
I request participants can ask your queries in the chat box.
So many comments. Thank you. Thank you for all lovely comments. Yeah. No query. It's really good session. Thank you, Poonam ma'am. Thank you, Bhavna ma'am. Yeah, Swapnil sir is asking, can you give some examples of how to take capacity? क्या था?
Development program.
For teachers in people are okay. Capacity building program for teachers in research. Yeah, I'll give the best example is, initially if your college is new and if you have all new staff members, you can start with 5 days or 6 days or 7 days faculty development program on how to write the research paper, then how to write the research proposal for PhD. Then you can have the 2-3 days program in that how to do basic statistical analysis. Then you can also have the research clinic at the end of the 7 day. The 8th day you can ask the participant to prepare the research paper. So it can be a research clinic, experiential learning for the faculties. This is how, if the college is new and faculties are new, you can have your capacity building program. Then once you are in the stream of teaching or field of education, then you may have the capacity building program on advanced statistical techniques like correlation, regression, factor analysis, all that kind of. Then you may have the various, rather than Excel, you can have the capacity development program on you can say R statistics or SPSS or any further. Then review of literature, how it is to be done, plagiarism, how plagiarism is to be avoided, how MS Word is to be utilized for thesis typing, and then ultimately how to apply for minor and major research funded projects, which are the funding agencies who provide the research. Yes, Swapnil sir. Thank you.
There is one more question, ma'am, from Darshana madam. Will the students get any benefit if students do an internship regarding the academic purpose?
Yes, ma'am. There are 2 credits given in syllabi only. And also current our TY students, they have the option, no, whether to do research based project or internship based project. So it is already there in syllabus.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. I have one small question. If the student has completed of 4 years with the honorable research, once he has done the research with the 4 years degree, will he be capable to do? He wanted to pursue the PhD for international level. So, is it there any necessary for giving him any entrance exam and all?
Yeah, entrance exam is there, no, the GRE and TOEFL and all that. So they need
Okay.
to crack this and then they can go ahead and do international PhD. But the more advantage part this time I can see is MCOM, that is PG syllabi, is coming up with certain credits for writing the research paper. So that's the added part.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anything else?
Ma'am, there is one query from a YouTube from Assistant Professor Surendra sir. Internship is of national or international? Is there any like related if
No,
a
no,
child has
many
to
too,
do?
na. It can be, I said, na, agrotourism farm, even farmers.
Hmm.
Suppose I'm a student of agriculture, or suppose I'm a student of logistics. I want to learn how the, um, you know, fresh grains are coming up in the market from farm. So that is also one of the internship.
Okay, one more YouTube question has come, ma'am.
Yes.
Shall the rural or semi-urban areas also gets the opportunities to do the internship?
अभी थोड़ा टाइम पहले बताया
Yes.
agro tourism, then medical tourism, then this अभी farming and all that can give the see area. That is why I said in beginning it has to be multidisciplinary approach. In
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I hope all the doubts and the queries have been clarified. So I request now our Assistant Professor Surendra Nara sir to propose a vote of thanks.
Good evening, ma'am. Yeah, good evening. So before starting our vote of thanks, I would ask our participants that feedback link has been shared in the chat box, and it will be uh, open for 30 minutes. So that's all from my side. And so now moving further for vote of thanks, a very good evening to one and all present over here. It is my privilege have been asked to propose vote of thanks of today. Myself, Assistant Professor Surendra Nadar, would like to give a vote of thanks on behalf of Sri Dombili Mitra Mandal's Matoshri Kashiben Motilal Patel Senior College of Commerce and Science. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to today's resource person, Honorable Dr. Shraddha Bhome Madam, for giving us an explanation on the topic and a knowledge about IKS, internship, placement, and research. And totally, it was a new session, new items for this say academy, that for this new edition, that is NEP 2020, that is IKS. Ma'am has told about the ABC. What is an ABC? What the students can multiple entry and exit as well, and the teachers what have to do for that. It was a new thing and it was knowledgeable about it, so knowledgeable. And then moving further, that is, ma'am told about the IKS topics, what we can opt as in college institute, that is yoga sessions as well as internship and many of their areas. That is, even ma'am has told about the mock stocks, that is doing some students can get more active, like current situation, like giving them reels competition or making some videos on them, so that it will be more interactive session for them. And moving further, as an internship, ma'am has told about us any of her internship related to a national or even international level, like even or she has clarified all her doubts about any kind of a national as well as international, like multidisciplinary terms, and wherever you want you can do an internship. And even for, she has told about as the internship as well as entrepreneurship. On and current in the current scenario, entrepreneurship are going and go, can say, giving and more opportunities that what a person has to do in entrepreneurship get given, they are given an aid to do that. Even governments are getting more about it. So it was a totally an informative session, madam. So and totally I can say we all are inspired by your values and knowledge, and you're really encouraged us by today's wonderful and interactive session, ma'am. Thank you, madam. And just
Thank you
last
so much, sir. Thank you.
last but not the least, I would like to thank all the attendees of today's session for your patience and support, without which our FDP would not have been a successful event. Thank you so much. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. I'll take a leave. Madhuri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Chalo, ma'am. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Now we are preparing for NAC. 8 and 9th May, we have our NAC creative visit.
That's good, good, good. All the best, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes. Chalo. Bye, ma'am.
Okay.
Attendees, just feedback link will be active for just 30 minutes. Kindly fill that form. Chat box, it has been shared in the chat box. Yeah.